Water. H2O. Hello everybody, Checker9SF4 here, and in today's video we're going to be reviewing the Exo Zombies maps, 4 of them to be exact, in Advanced Warfare. We're going to be talking about what the map did well, what the map did wrong, what's my personal opinion. Then I'm going to rate it out of 10. We're going to say about 2, anything below 5 is bad, anything above 5 is meh, anything from 5 to 7 is meh, and then 7 over is amazing. So without further ado, let's jump in. And here we are starting off today's video with Outbreak. Now, I know what you're thinking. Outbreak? Isn't that the first map? Yes, friend, it is the first map. You are smart. This map is definitely one of my favorites. I mean, due to the fact it started Exo Zombies, it brought us into the game, it showed us what it was like. It felt a lot like Treyarch, so it was kind of a nice introduction. It wasn't too much innovating. It was a bit different. They had one cool custom power-up, which was nice. Altogether, I give the map a good. I give the map altogether probably a 7 out of 10. It wasn't the worst map, definitely wasn't the best. It had an easy Easter egg, relatively easy, and it was very fun. Now let's list some of the good things about the map. Its easiness made it very, very fun to play with friends. The easier the map, the better, the funner it is for the most part. It makes it very, very fun, but that also leads to something. Easy maps also lead to something else, which I'll talk about in a second. The map is very, very cooperative, I feel. If you play with multiple people, you can get very far, you can do very much. It was kind of small, which was kind of annoying. The custom power-up security was really nice. It was cool seeing something cool, nice, and different. I feel like having some power-ups similar to Treyarch power-ups, wow, a bit weird and different. Well, a bit annoying to some people. I found that it was very good to get people noticed, to get people like familiar with Exo Zombies. So therefore, they'd have some sort of reference to, oh, this is like kind of like Treyarch. I like this. I think that was kind of like what they were going with there. I do like how they did that, but I did dislike how there was only one custom power-up. But later on, it does change a lot, like all things. So you just gotta take some time. I did like how they introduced us the multiple power system. I found it very, very, whatchamacallit? It was very. I found the multiple power system very, very. I forget. Very, very interesting. It's kind of like, I've always liked it. I didn't like Origins one because people could take it off. In this one, they stay on all the time. Later on in Infection, I believe it was, you could actually get them all shut off, which kind of sucked. This one though, it was very, very cool, very interesting. New take on the power system. It was kind of like the exosuit was power because you needed that before you could actually go and get all the perks. And plus, you were gonna turn the generators when you walked by, so it wasn't too annoying. It wasn't too like abusive, kind of like Treyarch's, where they just had that really annoying thing.
We live to die.
Now that we did all the good things, now it's time to talk about the bad things. Due to the map being so easy, it gets very boring very fast. And I know what you're thinking. Well, you could always do stuff. Yeah, you can do stuff with friends and mess around. But after you do the Easter egg and you get to a certain round, it just gets boring and you don't want to do anything because the map is so easy to do. I mean, you could literally just run circles across the whole map. Or any area in this map, you can run circles in. It's so easy to run circles. Like the exosuit area, I remember I ran circles with the ARX and I was just spamming shots at people. And I got mad points and I got mad kills. And I was literally just racking up points, and it was very fun. But at the same time, very, very boring because there was only so much I could do. Now we have the boring thing. The map's also very, very small. I found this map is the smallest Exo Zombies map. Maybe, I don't know why it's so small. There's a lot of doors. There's not that many doors to open. It's weird the way the map is. It's small. It's very easy to do stuff. It gets boring fast. I also didn't like how the power-ups were exactly like Treyarch's. Like I said before, there was a good aspect of them in the way that it makes people more familiarized. But at the same time, a lot of people took it as copying, and it ultimately was bad in the community, so people disliked it. That's really all for Outbreak. I mean, a couple other good things were the little tidbits where you could get credits, like those little machines, like I just got one a few seconds ago in the clip. And the Exo perks, I found those were very interesting, even though there was like Jug and Speed, which are very similar to those, obviously. But you were going to need something like that if you wanted to survive, which I thought was definitely cool. Altogether, Outbreak's going to get a 7 out of 10 in my book. Definitely not the best map, but definitely one of the better ones. So that's all for Outbreak. We're going to hop into the next Exo Zombies map right now. So without further ado, let's jump in.
Kennels? Fuck you. I hate dogs.
I don't know where they were going with this map. I don't. I seriously don't. This map is like, who designed it? I dislike this map so much. I was thinking about not getting a clip for it and just saying I hate this map so much that I decided not to get a clip. But I played it. And let me tell you, this is definitely this is definitely the worst Exo Zombies map. Alright. So this map, if you were wondering, is Exo Zombies Infection. Now, while multiplayer maps were good, this Exo Zombies map was absolutely abysmal. It was an evil demon. It was just, urgh. Really, really disliked it. Alright, so let's list the good things about Infection. They added in the Goliath, which I thought was pretty cool. Very scary boss, very fun, very hard, very challenging. They added in a new wonder weapon. Whether it's good or not, it's still good to have a new wonder weapon. The map design was kind of cool. I found it was very interesting, even though at the same time it was annoying at certain parts. And they have... That's it. That's literally it. That's all there is. Yeah, that's what this map has. It's literally, it feels like Outbreak, except worse than Outbreak. Outbreak was fun. This map is just hard. Alright. Now let's move on to the bad things. Alright. First two waves take 3 years to complete because the zombies take forever to spawn in, and it's horrible.
Doesn't matter where we are. Don't pull our heads out.
The first doors are both 1,500 each to open. That is a ridiculous amount of money for a starting door. I feel that's ridiculous. You're gonna have to like, buy a starting gun and have to work around it. The box is a good thing was the box is always in one spot. They removed the security power up, which would have been nice as there's a lot of interesting traps. Oh yeah, traps. That's a good thing. So yes, I did miss one thing, which was a bunch of new innovations on traps. Besides, yeah, they removed the security power up. They added they made the Magnetron, one of the worst wonder weapons. Literally, the jet gun it's almost as bad as a jet gun. That's how bad it is. Let me put this into perspective here. This wonder weapon is probably one of the most evil wonder weapons I've ever dealt with, because it's like the Paralyzer, except it runs out of ammo. And once it runs out, you have to go upgrade it and make it better. It does eventually get good once you get it high up, but ultimately it's kind of weak at the beginning, kind of annoying to get up there. But it does make you a lot of points, which is good, like a lot of points. This thing is literally the point god, if you ask me. The Survivor, the first 10 rounds are cramped with objectives. Like, it's literally, the Exo Zombies is mostly objectives. In the first couple of rounds, it's all objectives. It's dog round, it's after round 4, it's literally dogs, zombies, Survivor, Goliath, dogs. Dogs are with zombies, by the way. They removed the round, which I don't know what they were doing with that. Kind of annoying. But like I said, it goes like that, and then it just keeps on that repetitive cycle for the longest time. And after round 30, every area of the map becomes infected. Another bad thing is they added the infected zones, where the whole area becomes infected, and you can't go in there. So if you have a drop in there, well, say goodbye to that drop. You were hitting the box, you're gonna get a good gun. Oh, say goodbye to your gun. You can no longer get it. Oh, you wanted to go buy ammo from that area? Sorry, whole zone's infected. Can't you go in there? Really, the only real good thing I think about this map was Burger Town and how that was included. And even then, it's a small portion of the map, and it has the only real things there is Juggernaut, an upgrade station, and Bubby. So altogether, it was kind of annoying. Not the best map. I would rate this map for not even 3 out of 10. This is one of the worst this is the worst Exo Zombies map. It is ridiculously bad, and it is just absolutely it's just mind-boggling how they can go from something as decent as Infection to something as, decent as Outbreak to something as bad as Infection. I'm going to show you guys not Paralyzer, the Magnetron Mark 20, and then to Mark 25 right after this. So, really, altogether, I'd say Infection definitely the worst Exo Zombies map. Not my favorites at all. It's definitely annoying, very hard to play, and the Easter egg is absolutely ridiculous. That's another bad thing. It's Easter egg. So now let's jump into that high level Magnetron so we can see what it does. All right. Now this is the Magnetron Mark 18. I'm gonna upgrade it twice here. Boop. All right, Mark 20. Mark 20 and Mark 25, which I do get at the end, but you don't get to see it. It does do a lot of work. As you can clearly see, this like destroys people. I'm also tapping it. What you have to do is you really have to tap the trigger. It takes about 4 to 2 taps. And now I'm going to get Mark 25, and it's going to get that sexy diamond camo. Now we're moving on to Carrier. Carrier is where Exo Zombies took a turn and got a lot better very fast. Spawning was kind of like Verruct, which was nice because it's a different spawn. If you're playing it the first times you play it, it could be completely different from the first. Second time you play it could be completely different. After that, we got new drops. Yay! We got Explosive Touch, Open Fire, and a lot of other drops that are completely new, completely different from Treyarch's. I thought this was pretty good. They still have the full reload or max ammo, which I thought was fine because without that, you're not going to be able to do anything. I did like how they changed the name on it, but I do like these new drops, which is good. The map altogether is very good in my opinion. Now let's get down to the good things about Carrier. Alright, the map design, amazing, flawless. I really do like this map design. It's one of the best. I think Descent beats it slightly, but only slightly. This map is like, this is one of the best. This is one of the best Exo Zombies maps. It definitely is very fun to play, very interesting, and there is a lot of cool stuff. The Wonder Weapon, the LZ-52 Limbo, is actually on the good side this time. It is a tank at clearing rooms. It completely destroys. It just wrecks. New power-ups like the Open Fire, like I said, just gives you infinite ammo. We've seen this in Custom Zombies. I'm glad they have it in an official COD game. That's awesome. We also... I liked how this was really reminded me of Verruct in the way that everything is like you have to build your way all the way to the power to get your friends. But unfortunately, they have that middle area which kind of messes everything up. But still, you can meet up with your friends relatively quickly, get exosuits, go do what you need to do, get perks. Speaking of perks, there's a new perk, which is amazing. I love how they add in new perks. The new perk is Exo Stockpile, and I think this should be a Treyarch perk, alright? This perk is amazing. This is probably one of the best, if not one of the new essential perks. Like, this is one of the basic essentials you'll need if you want to get far, because you get extra grenades, extra ammo, extra tactical grenades, and it's altogether very, very useful. Sorry, I was drinking water. New tactical grenades, which was nice. That was definitely interesting. I loved how they added in these new tactical grenades. Definitely very, very cool. It does take a little long to start up, which is on the bad side. There's also new drops from the sky. There's sentinel reinforcements, which come in and help you. There is a blue turret. There is the grenade disposal machine, which if you throw in, you can get a lot of points from. I remember one time I got 1,000, or I think it was 2,000 points as there was multiplier on. Multiplier is back, like I said, just stated, which is pretty cool. They also have, security is also back, so now they have a total of 5, I think it is, power-ups. Altogether, this map is definitely one of the better maps. Now we move on to the bad things. There are a couple bad things, there's not that many. I feel like they put too much focus on the central area, because that's kind of where everything is. It's like that's where your perks, that's where you get the new telefrag grenades, which are amazing, by the way. I didn't mention that. Good. Telefrag grenades are one of the most, I wouldn't say OP, but one of the most useful grenades ever. I feel Treyarch should take up on this idea, because you can literally get out of corners mad easily without dying or killing yourself. And if you can even teleport into a train of zombies and you can kill all of them around you, which is extremely helpful. Because if you're stuck in a pinch, you can get out rather quick. New guns they added, the M1 irons and the OHM was nice. Altogether, this map was a good, solid map. Some of the bad things, like I said, central area being heavily focused on. That's where you get everything, literally everything. That's where you get your, that's where you use the grenade disposal. That's where the box spawns. That's where almost everything is. Kind of annoying there, a bit aggravating at times, but what are you gonna do? Beggars can't be choosers. Map altogether is very good. I did dislike the med bay and how that room is pointless. There's a TAC 19 in there, and then there's the perk. The only real use for that room is the perk, for getting the new perk. Otherwise, it's kind of useless. 2 decontamination zones was nice as well. Disliked how they got rid of them in Descent, but hey, you can't have everything. Altogether, this map, I would say, is an 8 out of 10. One of the better maps out there. Out of all the 4, this is probably number 2. Now that we went over Carrier, we're going to go down to the very last map, which is the best map, which is going to be Descent. So, without further ado, let's jump in.
Reloading.
Descent is the best Exo Zombies map by far, for many reasons, which we will get to in a bit. The main reason I love Descent so much is just the altogether map design, everything. It was just amazing. So without further ado, let's hop into everything, what's good and bad about Descent. So what's good about Descent? The map design was heavily fixed. This feels like it could have been a Treyarch map. I don't know about you, but if you look at it, the design, it feels a lot like it could have been a Treyarch map. You have a training area, you have different spawn routes you can go. Spawn routes interconnect, not as fast as most of some maps, but they do interconnect very fast, which is nice. There is a lot of, you can get box right off the bat, you can do a lot of stuff. The perks are spread out, but not so spread out that it's annoying to get them. I liked how they did the perks. I don't know why, it just feels good. Like, you got Exomedic in the beginning, which is generic, it's simple. Then after that, you can go one way, and you can work your way towards the Galleria pretty fast, and you can get to the spa where you can get contact grenades, or you can go the other way where Speed Cola would be, or Exo Reload, I believe it's called, and where you can make your way to the box. So it's kind of like this choice. Jug is a bit far away. It's kind of like a reverse barrier where you run all the way up to get Jug. It was a bit weird going all the way up. It was a bit. Yeah, I don't know. Easter egg, first Easter egg step also took place there. Easter egg was very good on this map. My goodness, I love the Easter egg. I almost have completed it. It's a bit annoying to complete, but it almost did it. There's trophies, as you clearly see I ran by there. There's trophies for the Easter eggs you complete, or the challenges you complete. Oz, as a boss, probably a bet. This is the first COD game where they have an official boss. This is a boss. No, COD, I'm talking about campaign and zombies. They've got mini bosses, but this is a legit boss that comes at certain rounds that you have to be prepped for. First time playing, I had no idea about Oz. So I knew he was gonna have some importance, so when I got teleported there, I got destroyed. I had no way of defending myself. So I was kind of like doomed, if you could, so to speak, and there was literally nothing I could do. But I do feel that Oz is focusing the map around Oz was kind of good. Very, very fun. I dislike how the last 2 maps we didn't have Oz as a playable character, because like I said, he's my favorite character. But hey, you can't choose. But I do like the boss round as him. And like I said before, this is the first COD game to have a official boss. Every COD game has had quick time events for bosses, not an actual boss. So having a boss is very interesting. It shows us that COD can have bosses, and that they should have bosses in campaign. I think personally, that's just my personal preference. Because for the longest time, it's been quick time events that literally a 3-year-old do. Don't know what they did there, and literally it makes the last mission on Veteran just be that much easier. Now we move on to some of the bad things about Descent. I'm going to have to say box locations. Box is a bit annoying at times to get to. The box locations were one. I would have to say the one decontamination zone, and the fact that the map is very expensive. This map is really, when I say really, this map is extremely expensive. It takes a long time to open all the doors. Like, it takes hours, because you gotta open 1,250. You want to get the spa and have the decontamination zone open. You need approximately 2,500. Wait, let me just do the math here. 2,500 plus 750. 3,250 50 if you want to open 3 doors on this map. That's insane. That's pretty crazy. I like how they added new guns. The map altogether was good. This is the best Exo Zombies map by far. Design's good. How you play it is good. I felt that things were a bit very fun. Easter egg very good. I almost completed with a friend once and they had to leave, so there was ultimately meh. So altogether, I give Carrier a 8 out of 10. I was gonna say 9, but then I'm like, actually, this isn't a Treyarch map, so unfortunately, I can't rate it that high. Just because, like, Treyarch, you have to be, only a Treyarch map could really get 9 or 10. But it's definitely a good map, definitely one of the better maps. That's all for today's video. If you did enjoy, please like and subscribe for more content. If you did, thanks for checking out the video, by the way. Thank you a lot. It helps me. I don't know what my next video is going to be on. Don't patronize me. So, without further ado, bye.